guitar player from Berlin, and today I'd like to show you some exercises for practicing arpeggios. Also give you some ideas how you can construct your own exercises, which is always a lot of fun. This first exercise is a 3-octave arpeggio that covers the range of 3 octaves. It's basically a G major arpeggio, like G, B, D, F sharp, G, B, D, F sharp, G, B, D, F sharp, G. And I just played that, or moved that chromatically over the fretboard, and the only thing that you have to take care of is those jumps or those where you change the position. So I always like to do that with the index finger. So here you have to switch, and I just would use the first one and the first one again. So I played that major 7 arpeggio, the G major arpeggio, over an A in the bass, and that's a sus chord. There are lots of different ways how you can use arpeggios, especially the major 7 sharp 11 or major 7 sharp 5 arpeggios over different roots, and you get lots of great sounds. I made a PDF, check it out, where you can have a look which sounds you can create, but you really can experiment just with your own ideas, right? This is another type of an arpeggio. It's a so-called long form arpeggio. It's very easy to explain. It's always 2 notes per string. I started with a C7 arpeggio. First I played a chord because I want to connect the chord shapes and the shape of the arpeggios in my brain so that they're not separate but connected. And I started on the flat 7, B flat C, so there would be 2 notes, and then 2 notes E, G, B flat C. And then I just played that sequence through the cycle of fifths, always playing the chord, playing the arpeggio, playing the chord. Basically, I'm shifting the same shapes around. I like to do that. That's a lot of fun. It's repetitive, but still it's also a challenge. And the only thing that I would recommend that you do if you make your own exercises, be sure that they're 4 bars long or 8 bars long. Write them down so you practice feeling 4 bars at the same time, which is super important. And so on. I have to practice that one. It's just like the roots of the chords are like F, A and C. That would be a F major triad, right? So I'm playing a C minor 7 arpeggio, A minor 7 arpeggio, F minor arpeggio, and I'm playing like, you could play like C minor 7 11 chord, which sounds cool, and it sounds so modern because those chords are like a minor third or a major third apart. You could like start on the 5th of the triad, right? So C minor, I'm playing an arpeggio in one position using a lot of hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now to the A, the 3rd, right? And to the F. And then I could continue shifting up that whole triad that I have in my head by a half note. C sharp, A sharp, F sharp. So sometimes it's maybe a little bit boring to practice those arpeggio in one position, but that's a way that is fun and also sounds very modern. So I'm basically playing the C half diminished arpeggio on one string, and then I'm sort of gluing the drop 2 voicings underneath. And now the exercise that I'm inventing is I'm starting from the top note, from the highest note, and then I'm playing the arpeggio 7 notes down and up in the same position. So turn the minor third, the E flat, into the flat 7 of the next chord, that would be the F half diminished. So I'm playing through the cycle of 4s. It's just an idea how a common note of 2 chords changes into the next tonality. And the last exercise I'm going to do exactly that. I'm just taking 2 chords that I want to practice and I'm looking for the common note. So for example, C diminished and C major 7 have that common note here, and then I would maybe just play another example would be in the last bars of Stella by Starlight, connecting the A7 to the D half diminished, right? I could think I'm starting on the A and then going to the next note, which would be the A flat on the D half diminished, and then just play that for an hour. So the general idea is that you write down your own exercises and then practice them and get them up to speed. In that way you digest the material so much, don't need to improvise, don't need to make any decisions, but you're practicing with the material that you really need, and you're going to get it down so much more like this in a creative way. And that's it for today. And yes, I hope you have fun with that exercises. Let me know how you practice arpeggios. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you around. Bye.